This is the season of autumn when most of the trees in temperate areas of Himalayas, they are losing leaves, shedding leaves, and there are very few trees which wear flowers during autumn season. Before May, you are able to see an elegant flowering tree of India. Although it is not native to India, it is native to Brazil, Uruguay, Paraguay, Argentina. The tree I am focusing here is from the Semal family, earlier placed in the family Bombacoideae, but presently as per Angiosperm phylogeny group 2009, it stands merged with the broader family Malvaceae, ladyfinger family or hibiscus family, along with other families Sterculiaceae, Tiliaceae. So presently Malvaceae includes the members of the families like Sterculiaceae, to which Sterculia belongs, Tiliaceae, to which Grevia belongs, and Bombacoideae, to which our familiar Semal belongs. Semal tree is native to India. It has more than 20 species and it flowers during early spring season. That is native, and we have great rich folklore associated with Semal tree, which is called as the red silk cotton tree. But the tree I am focusing here, although it belongs to the same family to which our Semal belongs, but this particular tree is not native to India. It is native to South America, Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, and popularly named as Chorisia speciousa. But as per DNA studies and molecular studies, now the genus Chorisia stands merged within the genus Ceiba. From the Ceiba genus, Ceiba petendra, which is the national tree of Guatemala and has a rich folklore in the Mesoamerican society, that Ceiba petendra, popularly known as kapok tree, is also planted in India, Indian parks and gardens. The tree which is Ceiba petendra or kapok tree, this particular tree which I am focusing here, which is the autumn flowering elegant Chorisia tree, is basically the Ceiba speciousa as per the binomial nomenclature. In India, we are familiar with other trees also, which belong again to the Semal family, Bombacoideae, and one particular tree which is very large and which is having the African origin is called as baobab, popularly named as baobab or Gorakhimali, the tree which also finds inclusion as one of the heritage tree in Barabanki, and sometimes it is said that Kunti used to worship with its flowers, which is popularly known as baobab tree or Gorakhimali, but in botanical nomenclature, that tree, which is the largest tree and it stores water in its swollen trunk, is Adansonia digitata, named in honor of Adanson. Cornelius named that tree in honor of Adanson as Adansonia digitata, but that again is not native to India and it was introduced in India only during the 14th century. The present tree, which is Ceiba speciousa or Chorisia speciousa, this is unique in having a very swollen trunk. Its trunk is swollen and it is studded with prickles. So it has so many prickles, and this feature it shares with our Semal also. But here the bulging or the swollen trunk, this gives it another name as the sheltering tree or the refuge tree. Basically in Bolivia, there is a popular legend that Ana, the spirit of darkness, chased the pregnant lady Aravera, and who was married to a hummingbird king, and then after chasing and she got exhausted, and ultimately she took refuge in this tree, which is Chorisia speciousa or Ceiba speciousa. So this tree got this swollen trunk. So it is said that Aravera delivered baby inside this tree. So even after her death, the Aravera again appears in the form of beautiful flowers on the boughs of this particular tree. The leaves are typically 5 to 7 palmately compound, as we find even in Semal. But in the Semal, the leaves are mostly, they are smaller, larger in size, and they are entire. But here the leaves are 5 to 7 in number, and each leaflet is sharply toothed. It is serrated. Each flower, if we focus on one particular flower, then we are able to see 5 petals with brownish stripes at the base of each petal, and then apex is maroon pink or purplish pink, and inside you find at the base there are 10 anthers and 5 stamens, but these are basically the staminodes. They are not functional, and only the 5 stamens which are in the form of a column, this particular column, they are the functional stamens. So basically functional stamens only 5, but at the base we have the 5. These are the staminodes, fluffy structure at the base of the column. They are basically 5 staminodes, and these are the 5 stamens raised on a column. But in case of Semal or Semal, red silk cotton tree, we find the stamens are in polyadelphous condition. They are arranged in many groups. Even the petals are red, and they are much larger and broader and succulent in comparison to Chorisia speciosa. So these are the various, you can say, the flowers of Chorisia speciosa. During the month of October, November, it is flowering, and the lawn stands carpeted with its fallen flowers. This is the Chorisia speciosa, Ceiba speciosa, and in Bolivia, as per the local name, this particular tree is known as Toborochi tree, Toborochi, and in English it is named as floss silk tree or floss silk tree, because these flowers, after pollination, they gets transformed into the capsules, fruits, and inside that capsules, like Semal, they are also having the fibrous floss silk like fibers, and which are also used in upholstery and in stuffing the pillows and mattresses, like we use Semal in our Indian mainland. Here in India, this tree is only introduced as ornamental tree, so not much exploited for the stuffing of pillows or mattresses. But in its native habitat in South America, it finds its use in the upholstery materials as well. The particular tree, this is a flower having the nectar, so hummingbirds, but in India we don't have hummingbirds, so here mostly sunbirds gets attracted. They come and they sip nectar from the flowers which are flowering in this time of the season when it is shedding its leaves. Many leaves already stand shed because here the climate is which a little, you can say, the moisture is there, so it has not shed the complete leaves. But mostly in many locations within Jammu city, we see the tree of Chorisia speciousa is not supporting the leaves, and it is almost leafless. And in the leafless condition, it is having the elegant blossoms, and it gives a very beautiful look to the onlookers and the passers-by. And while looking at the tree, everybody wants to know what this tree is. So in Dogri we can call it as Symbol Rani. In Hindi, this particular tree, Ceiba speciousa or Chorisia speciousa, stands named as Resham Rui, because the cotton is not that rough. It is more soft and soft to touch and very tender. So because of that, it has been named in English as floss silk tree or silk floss tree. So here in this twig, you are able to see the leaves, even the flower bud, and there are unopened buds as well. And this particular leaf, you are able to see the elliptic acuminate leaflet with serrate margins, and they are arranged in alternate fashion, spiral. So this particular tree, which resembles to Bombax Ceiba, red silk cotton tree, in fact is exotic tree introduced in parks and gardens as the ornamental tree. So here in University of Jammu campus, we are able to see its flowering, elegant flowering. Chorisia speciousa are many honeybees. They are also visiting the blossoms, and this particular tree has a rich folklore in the South American continent, where it is named as Toborichi tree, or a sheltering tree, or a refuge tree. And this belongs to the present extended family Malvaceae, to which our hibiscus Rosa sinensis belongs.